Welcome on in to what is the second video in the Road to Aliens series on this channel for sports cars, specifically in iRacing. My name is Rains, and this is the Toyota GR86. This was recorded right after the New Year's, or just going into the New Year's, basically the first week of season 26. So we're here, we're having fun. We're starting with the qualifying, and I didn't bother with anything in qualifying. We're gonna see a lot of this track, by the way. So this and the next video is gonna be this specific track. Now, if you want to know what's going on with this, we've reached the D license. As it stands, we are in 2.8 safety rating, so not close enough yet to promotion to C license, but we're getting there. I, with my dumb head, wasn't able to get any kind of recording of my promotion race, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, we're getting started here with the race around VIR, and honestly, this is the race that made me fall in love with sports cars. More so now, I would say, than anything else. But here, going to turn 1, oh my god, we are going side by side. I've had a lot of races where it's been the end of my race right here. 25 minutes and you lose the entire race at turn 1. You can't win a race at turn 1, but you can damn well lose it. This is multi-class, so we've got Mazdas with the BMW M2s. So it's, as you can see on the right hand side, who lets us pass? Kudos to him, just being like, okay, I am the fastest class, but whatever it is. We are fighting past a minefield of cars, which honestly, I'm putting this entire first lap in because it's a minefield, not just for this lap, but a lot of this. So this video is very edited. So if I mistime certain commentary, bear with me. I'm doing this for the first time, but let me know if you like this kind of videos in the comments, and if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. And if you don't, whatever it is, we're going to the oak tree, and this corner, I realized, is not great for side-by-side action. We somehow hold it on track. We're still on a 0x, so that's a miracle in itself. But we have a run here. We got the slightly faster line on P2, and yes, we qualified P3, but we were in P2. We're gonna be fighting for P2, maybe even the win. We see a yellow flag. We're like, we're not going side by side here. There's a car on the left. There's a car on the right. There's a car stopped in the middle of the track. The fact that I made it out of there alive is just baffling to me. Oh my god, it was butt clenching. We lost a lot of time to the guy ahead, but at this point, survival was more important to me than fighting for position. But does not mean we're not going to fight for position, because honestly, we've pulled a decent enough gap to the car behind. It's a second. It's just about a second. It's nothing crazy, but it is what it is. Don't look at the relatives. The car right behind us is BMW. It is the faster car, so he's going to catch up to us. Skip forward a lap. That BMW has made it past and helped us to get a run beyond the outside. Now, this over here, I'm going to spoiler alert, is not going to happen, but this is the first moment where I realized this guy is very clean. I go on the outside, he leaves me enough space, I leave him space, just enough to make it past, and I decide, you know what, I'm gonna back out here. I'm not going to go for it. We stick behind him for the rest of the lap, go back to the next lap. There's a car right beside us. He's coming out of the pits. He's a blue flag. We use that to our advantage, get the inside, put our nose in, stick it in. He lets us go, understanding that I have the faster line through the corner. Beautiful stuff. I really am looking forward to it. Further down lap, and this is where I'm going to bring in a very important concept that I am following. That is something that needs to be studied. It's called the bottle syndrome. Basically, every time I overtake somebody, I tend to mess up and kind of just screw it up for myself. But a little bit of wheel damage, a slight wheel alignment. I think that last turn that I had kind of helped me there. So you can see we're slightly turning to the right in terms of the wheel orientation, but we're going straight. But we decided, you know what, we have some level of damage. We're gonna try to understand what the damage is before we fight tooth and nail for positions. And surprisingly, we are still in P3. After that entire situation, we're still in P3, so we didn't lose too much time in general. I mean, the nearest guys are still just under 5 seconds ahead. That's a big gap. Let's face it, it's a big gap. But it could be worse. It could be worse. They were 6 seconds behind. We were 6 seconds behind, but we let the guy pass. Nico, we let him pass. But we try to use this back marker, who gives us a monstrous slipstream, by the way. Kudos to this guy, absolute legend. He does let the guy behind us, right, who's also fighting for position for P3, P4, pass pretty quickly. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But going into this set of laps, we have somehow caught up to Nico. He has some kind of problem, and you might see this car going into the pits, right? And I think, what's going on? What it turns out is that gives us P3. Because Karim, the guy leading the race, has some kind of problem, and we somehow are in P3. We're running in P3 just purely on the lack of mistakes. I mean, we had one mistake so far, genuinely, and the rest is just smooth, calm driving. We're not fighting too hard for anything, but we also, crazy enough, we are catching the guy ahead. We're catching Nico ahead, which is promising. We're only 2 seconds behind. There's no car in between us. It's looking like we are in for a very good race. And we are going to hold out here as much as we can and try to get stuff done. But you might be wondering, why are you holding the car over here? Because we've had a lot of laps in between which just were lone laps. After that damage, we were basically running laps, hot lapping kind of, trying to understand the car, not pushing too hard. So we just kind of did our stuff. We did our thing. We kept it on. We didn't get any more incidents. We let the guy behind pass. We've seen a lot of this guy, by the way. He's been making a lot of mistakes, and honestly, I kind of banked on the fact that he would bring us into the fight, essentially, by not going for stupid moves unless completely necessary. Because he's coming up to a pretty insane thing, and at this point I realize, wait a minute, we are chasing after, we're catching P1. P1 is not just checked out, we're catching him, and a 2:07 was our best lap thus far, and going into this, we somehow get a fastest lap of the race. At least we get a 2:06, which is wild for all things considered. And honestly, I think at this point I realize I have some genuine pace. And you might be wondering, why am I just leaving this entire lap here? Well, A, length of the video. B, because it's interesting. It's an interesting moment to talk about everything, because this BMW is struggling. He's letting the guys ahead just do their thing, because that's a battle for the lead, by the way. That's a battle for the lead in the GR86 class, the Toyota class. So he's hanging back, waiting for it to kind of settle itself out before he goes for overtakes. Because the worst thing you can do as a faster class is get in the middle of a battle because you want to get past. It's the worst thing to do. I know you want to chase after somebody, but sometimes you just gotta accept it. He lets us pass, by the way. He has a bad run through Oak Tree, and he lets us pass, basically. He kind of opens up the door, like he's like, you know, if you have the run on me, take it. But we decide, you know what, we're not gonna fight a higher class car. Even if we could be faster in certain areas, we're not doing that. We are being pragmatic here. And going into the final sector, there is a massive thing that goes on and happens, because the two guys in the lead, Nico and Miguel, are just going at it. They're just going at it, and we decide, you know what? Fuck it. Let's push on. Let's push on. See what we can do, because we've caught up by a considerable margin. We were 5 seconds back at one point on the lead, and now we're only 2 seconds. So they're fighting pretty hard at the moment, and that's bringing us into it pretty easily and pretty substantially. And the BMW is, kudos to him, is just not getting overzealous. He's just hanging back. He's accepting his fate and just vibing. And honestly, the fighting ahead is so interesting that I kind of just lost track of what was going on. I was just kind of, what is it, like, no, like lapping numbly, like just completely numb, like to anything that was going on. Because I was like, you know, I'm just gonna accept it. Need to be ready for anything that could or is gonna happen. Miguel lets Nico pass, by the way, here. I think just purely because he's like, yeah, I don't want to fight anything. And going into here, we see the first signs of mistakes. There is a mistake from Nico, which is proof to what I said before, the bottle syndrome. He took the lead, and a few corners later, he bottled it at Oak Tree. Of course, Oak Tree is a very difficult corner because you're braking, turning, you know, it's all that shit is happening, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. But now we're in P2. On merit, we just have made less mistakes. But Nico, of course, wants this P2. He wants to at least have the P2. And by the way, the BMW class, he just made it past pretty quickly. Like, he didn't even wait for a second. I mean, because he waited for it to plan out. Kudos to these guys that do this kind of stuff. I love when people are like that. They accept their position. He was fighting for P3. He could have been fighting for P2, by the way. He was a P3 guy. He just accepted his position. But, onto the final lap of the race we go. And Nico is he's not slowing down. He's not letting that mistake at Oak Tree hold him back. He's caught up to us again. And that is incredible, by the way. Now, a bit of reflection time while we kind of just do our laps as it goes on. This race was so fun because we battled, we had mistakes, but we still kept it clean. We managed a bit of a issue in the wheel slightly. It's not too bad. It is pretty good. I mean, it is good enough. And by the way, we let Nico pass, and he had, my God, this man needs to probably get a new diaper change or a pants change or whatever it is. Because mate was on the grass sideways, coming onto a grippier surface, trying to turn out of the spin, and held it. The amount of people that do not hold that is 100 to 1. The 100 people don't hold it, and one guy does. And this is that one guy, by the way. It's incredible. This Red Bull, by the way, if you saw my previous video, links in the description. Clear. He doesn't make things easy for me. He does not make it easy. It's still unnerving at this point, because it's been a few weeks since that previous video, like in game and like in real life. But oh my God, it still unnerves me. It really is. If you like this video, by the way, please hit like the video, hit the like button, smash the like button, whatever you want to do with it, caress the like button, all good. But we try to have a run on Nico, but it's just too little too late. It's just too little too late. He does cover us up. It's a little bit of a weave, but you know, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. P3 is amazing, and you see the smile on my face appearing pretty soon. I just completely enjoyed it. It was incredible. We could have had P2, but at this point, I didn't even give a shit. I didn't give a shit about it. I mean, that was an incredible race. This was good preparation for what is to come. If you don't already know what's to come, it's my first endurance race. That is to come. It was incredible. Oh. And there's some people having some issues in the chat, by the way. It's as you do in iRacing. Now, if you want to check out the videos that have happened before or are gonna happen in the future, hit the subscribe button, and let's do what we can do. Peace out, and get out of here.